What's going on, people? Tony here, Football Fan TV, and we're back again with yet another episode. Shout out to all of you who always like the content, leave us a comment, who like the thing, and who tell other people to subscribe to the channel as well. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to be bringing you some facts that are some of you know them, some of you do not know them, about shirt numbers. Now, personally, I like shirt number 10, that's why I have it behind my shirt. I also like 41 because of Declan Rice. I also used to like shirt number 7 and 9 as well. But in this episode, we're going to be giving you some interesting numbers that players have decided to choose, maybe why as well. We're going to be giving you 15 shirt numbers in the Premier League, or for players that have featured in the Premier League, and how they came across or decided to choose those numbers. Number 15, as we're going to be counting down, Phil Foden, he puts on the famous shirt number 47. It wasn't so famous, but he has made it so famous. The reason as to why he wears this shirt number 7 is because he's being loyal to his boyhood area or club where he started from, or his boyhood location in Stockport in England. They call him the Stockport Iniesta. So basically, one of the reasons that's why Phil Foden has decided to wear shirt number 47 and stick to it is because that is his identity, and it's like respect to his boyhood location, the Stockport Iniesta. Yeah. Then number 14, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. 66, weird number, right? He has been offered the number 2, which is the traditional or the known number for a defender or a right back, but he has stuck with it. Now, the reason as to why Arnold has decided to stick with this shirt number 66 is just similar to the one for Foden, because he wants to show out the roots or the academy that he came from the Liverpool Academy. It's one of the best products of that academy. Ever since he premiered, he debuted on the first game with that shirt number for Liverpool, the senior call-up. He just decided to stick with the 66 because of the roots. That is the academy of the Liverpool team. Number 13, Declan Rice puts on shirt number 41. You've been seeing it. This is famous. People thought maybe if he was going to be leaving West Ham for Arsenal, he was going to get to another number, because I believe he would be given some number that should want at Arsenal, based on the money they spent on him and also the quality of a player he is. So basically, Declan Rice, the reason as to why he chose the 41 is really not so much unknown, but it's just something personal to him, that is his number. Wherever he's going to be going, to which club and whatever he's going to be playing, he's going to be sticking with the 41. You've seen him wear the shirt number 4 in England. I think for the national team, it's so high that maybe they could not give him the 41, so they just decided to get the one off his shirt number. Number 12, Renato Sanchez. Do you guys remember him, or you still don't remember him? Now, he came to Swansea. He wanted shirt number 85. Now, 85, the Premier League rejected it because it was so high. Now, Renato decided to just change the 8 to 3 to stick with the 5. So, according to him, 35 is just close to 85. That's why he stuck with the 35 number. He's a midfielder, would have gone with something like maybe a 6, a 8, maybe something similar, because we all know traditionally the numbers that we know in football is number 1 to number 11, according to the positions respectively. Renato Sanchez is number 12. Then number 11, Clint Dempsey, the USA striker. He played for Fulham. He's a striker, but he has been wearing shirt number 2. Weirdly, why did he choose that number? I think he chose that number to be unique, or it's just like his lucky number. That's why he decided to stick with number 2. Number 10 on the list is actually a number 10, William Gallas, shifted from Chelsea to Arsenal. Now, weirdly, he took this number from Dennis Beckham. I don't know which kind of balls he had, because Dennis Beckham, with what he had done for Arsenal, that would be a very tricky number to go to pick. Now, a defender more so actually picks this number up, and then it's kind of doesn't add up or what. But Gallas came and is like, you know what? The number he wanted was not offered to him. He wanted number 13, but then they could not give him number 13. So he said the closest number that he could pick was number 10, that was worn or done earlier on by Dennis Beckham, who is a club legend. So Gallas had all the strength and the balls to choose the number 10, which was a very legendary number, currently being done by Smith Rowe, who is injury prone. Yes, number 9, Wilfred Bony. You all remember Wilfred Bony. So Wilfred Bony was a Swansea City player. So after leaving Swansea for the first time, he went to Manchester City. Things didn't work out so well for Manchester City. So on the second spell, he went back to Swansea on loan before he was sold permanently. So he decided to wear the number 2 because it was the second spell, or the second time he was being at Swansea City. Then number 8, Milan Barros. Milan Barros was wearing shirt number 5 for Liverpool. You all know he's not a defender. He came to Liverpool after them winning the Champions League, and then he decided to choose that shirt number because I think that was the fifth time Liverpool won the Champions League. So he was like, you know what, let me carry on and not put on a striker's number or a midfielder's number, but let me decide to put on a defender's number. That's shirt number 5. That's on number 9, number 8 at Milan Barros. Then on number 7, this one is a little bit, I don't know, off camera we're talking about it and discussing it. Asamoah Gyan, a very famous Ghanaian striker who missed, who missed that penalty that was supposed to take an African country, was it to the semis for the first time, but he missed that penalty. You remember that Suarez saga when he handled the ball in the net, and then Asamoah Gyan was given that penalty. Then all of a sudden he hit the crossbar and Ghana did not qualify for the next round in that World Cup. Now, according to Gyan, he's a very religious person. He puts on that shirt number 3 just because of 3 things. That is God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. That is why he puts on that shirt number 3. Yeah, superstition or a belief in the religion. That is why Asamoah Gyan puts on that shirt number 3. Then number 6, Paulo Futre. In 1996, Paulo Futre was he a striker? He wore a shirt number that was really, so it brought a lot of differences. People couldn't believe that he was wearing that shirt number. So you can imagine Paulo Futre was wearing that shirt number at that time. And then Khalid Bolaharos is number 5 on the list. He played for Chelsea in 2006. He was signed by Mourinho, and he wore number 9. Honestly, some of you don't know him. I actually didn't know him until I made the research and got to know that Bolaharos was a defender who was wearing shirt number 9 for Chelsea. He was signed by Mourinho in 2006, but then he decided to choose, or he was given that shirt number 9. Weird, yeah? Then number 4, Steve Sidwell is yet another saga as well. He's a Chelsea player who was signed by Mourinho as well. Now, interesting enough that Steve Sidwell is a defender, yeah, but Mourinho is a midfielder actually, but then he was given number 9 to replace Blahros. Now, Mourinho asked for a striker. Then Chelsea did not want to give him the money to buy a striker, but they instead gave him a midfielder. Now, you know Mourinho, how he's a very funny man and a lot of sarcasm, and how he's a man of ruckus. So he decided to give Sidwell the number 9 just to signal or demonstrate to the owners who refused to give him refused to give him a striker at that time in 2008. Before we get to number 3 and number 2, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the thing, tell someone about the podcast. Also leave us those numbers or those weird numbers that you've seen in football that maybe I might have not had mentioned in this episode. Make sure you give me that one in the comment section below. Yeah, and then let's get to number 3. Glenn Johnson played for Liverpool, moved to Stoke City. Now he in 2015, that was when the inverted fullback started coming into football, into modern football. Now Glenn Johnson, is a number 2. He could have gone for a number 2, number 3, or number 5, but then when he went to Stoke City, he was inverting, so he decided to wear the shirt number 8 that defenders could not wear those days. So basically, weird one, but I think he started the era, could I say the era of inverted fullbacks then? Yes, so Glenn Johnson was wearing number 8 for Stoke City in 2015. Number 2, Lord Bentner or Nicholas Bentner. For those of you who have been watching football closely, you know who Lord Bentner is, a tall striker who played for Arsenal. And yeah, I didn't rate him that much, but there was a game whereby he came on and just one touch in the corner and it was a goal. He headed it into the back of the net. That was when I started liking him because of just the impact. Oh, he was very good in aerial balls and all that. But the rest of the things, I wouldn't say I rated him. So Nicholas Bentner wore shirt number 52 for Arsenal. Now, initially he was given shirt number 26. He didn't like it, so he wanted to change it to shirt number 7. But the 7 was already taken at Arsenal. If you remember those days, it was already taken. So when they asked him to choose another number, he decided to choose shirt number 52. The reason is this simple. He said 5 plus 2 is 7. It's the closest number to 7. That is why he decided to put on the shirt number 52 for Arsenal. Now, this one is one that caught my attention so much, and it was also the most interesting, almost the most genuine one. If you want to see that there's a lot of humility maybe in someone, it's this one. Number 1 on the list is Rui Patricio. He joined Wolves and chose shirt number 11. For a keeper, I've never seen a keeper other than him wear maybe shirt number 11, shirt number 10, or what. Normally keepers go to maybe they start from 12 going upwards, but then
Patricio decided to don the shirt number 11 for Wolves. Now, the reason is simple. There's a keeper called Carl Ikeme who was forced out to step away from the pitch just because he was diagnosed with leukemia. So, in respect to him, Patricio decided not to take the number 1 shirt number. So he decided to add another one and make it 11 just because of the humility and the respect he had for Carl Ikeme, who was diagnosed with leukemia. So yeah, those have been the interesting numbers I've given you today in this episode. I want to know whether I left any out. You can leave it in the comment section. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're a first timer. Like the thing. Tell us what you'd want us to be giving you. Shout out to all you guys who always follow the content closely. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, also on TikTok. Links are all in the description. Tony here, and I'm out, man.